Schwab dog. Can you use it in a sentence?
While at the Thunder game, I enjoyed a juicy, delicious all-beef Schwab dog, the official hot dog of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Schwab dog. Isn't that 2 words?
Just spell it, kid.
S-C-H-A?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The correct spelling is... who cares how it's spelled? What matters is how it tastes. Hey, everybody. Schwab dog's on me!
Hello? Does this mean I win?
No.
Looking to make a big move with a family-owned company you can trust? Two fellas in a big vehicle have safe, courteous, and experienced movers that will help you relocate with locations in both OKC and Tulsa. We service all of Oklahoma and the 48 continental states with a full range of moving services, including packing, unpacking, corporate, and residential moves. No move is too big or too small. Two fellas in a big vehicle can do them all. Now selling franchises nationwide. As a proud partner and the preferred mover of the Oklahoma City Thunder, we are licensed and bonded for your protection and ready to take on your next move. Thunder up!
Whether you own a small business or run a global brand, 2020 has taught us that teams need the right tools to work together, no matter where in the world or apartment they are. Glip by RingCentral is a completely new platform that provides unlimited video meetings and team messaging, all in one secure app, so you can bring your team together from comfy couches, messy kitchens, and cramped studio apartments the world over. Glip by RingCentral. Meet smarter. Sign up for free at glip.com.
The Morning Animal Sports Animal Flashback.
This guy definitely is in a cover band somewhere in his town, but here's the national anthem from this dude. It's fantastic.
Yeah, you're right, Carrie. He's in a country cover band or something like. He's in a band called Girth Brooks.
The Morning Animal. WWLS. The Sports Animal. Now, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder player exclusive. Here's Nick Gallo on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
The Thunder takes on the Orlando Magic at Chesapeake Energy Arena for the second game in 2 nights here to start the season at home. And I've got Darius Baisley alongside me. Baze, what's this been like playing at this arena, but with no fans here, and also just getting back on the court here in Oklahoma City?
Playing back in the arena is definitely good, but without the fans, not so good. It's definitely weird. I thought I would have been, used to it a little bit just because, being in the bubble for so long, but, nothing compares to, being in Chesapeake with fans and coming here and not seeing any in the crowd. It's definitely a weird feeling, but it's good to be back out on the court again playing.
Even without the fans, you all have generated that energy yourselves, been in 2 extremely competitive games so far. What has that been like, just being kind of in the heat of the battle down to the wire in these games?
Yeah, when the lights come on, and when the ball goes up, we're all dialed in, ready to play. Like you said, going down, the heat of the battle down to the wire. It's a 48-minute game. We just go out there and compete.
From a mental standpoint, it seems like your approach as a team has just been spot on. Everybody's talked about that kind of what else can we do mentality. Where have you kind of seen that come about on the floor in the win down in Charlotte and then the close game against Utah?
That mentality comes up in a lot of things, whether if it's adversity or if it's, withstanding the team's run. Maybe as a team, we just can't get anything going. It comes up in a lot of things, but that what else mentality helps us keep rolling, and helps us not, get stuck on one thing. Basketball is a game of runs, and with this game, it comes with some ups and downs. And so with that what else mentality, again, it just helps us to steam through whatever.
One of the ways that you guys have thrived, especially in the Utah game, was when you all got out into transition. It seemed like you played with a lot of speed and tempo when you got out and ran. What are some ways that you guys can get to that a little bit more tonight against Orlando?
Just forcing them to take tough shots, trying to keep them out the paint, forcing them to take jump shots, securing the defensive rebound. And, once we get it, just, looking ahead, kicking it ahead, and get out and running. I think that's the best way, just trying to get stops and turn it into offense.
When you guys have a post scorer like Nikola Vucevic coming in, how do you help whoever's guarding him one-on-one and maybe maintain that shell, as you mentioned before, to make sure he doesn't get anything easy?
Yeah, when he's posting up, just try to push him out of his spot a little bit, not let him get anything easy. Be real physical, and like you said, with that shell, we'll have guys helping whoever is on him at the moment, and just do our best to try and keep him out the post. Last
thing for you, they've got a guy in Terrence Ross who scored 70 points in the last 3 games coming off the bench. As a guy who has started and come off the bench, just what's going to be key in terms of maintaining that level of focus for the entire 48 minutes to not let him go off?
Just always staying ready, staying sharp. We know, what type of player he is. We know what he's capable of. I remember last year, he got hot. I kind of already have an idea. But all of our guys, they're ready, and coaches do a good job of making sure that, we know the game plan and how we're going to be playing certain guys. So we just got to stay locked in and stay disciplined.
Darius Bazley and the Thunder locked in and ready to roll. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's Darius Bazley. I'm Nick Gallo, and this is Thunder Basketball.
Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams.
At Riverwing, dreams can come true.
You're simply the best.
We're the one place that makes more millionaires year after year. The one place with the rewards program of your dreams.
And with $100,000 in giveaways this December, plus our $90,000 Riverwind Royale New Year's Eve.
We're the one place for the holidays. So happy holidays from the One.
As a partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma is proud to be a part of this community. We're committed to providing greater access to healthcare coverage for those that call the great state of Oklahoma home. To learn more about our healthcare options, visit us online at bcbsok.com. Blue Cross Blue Shield, through it all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma is a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company, and independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
All right, everybody, listen up. We are playing together as a team. It's Fajita Friday at Taco Mile, boys. You think you got what it takes? Well, Tortilla, you need to bring the beef, starting with fresh grilled achiote marinated hand-cut steak with sauteed onions and peppers, cheddar jack cheese, and some smoky chipotle sauce. And just when you think you've had enough, we roll you up and toast you on a grill. So let's play like there's no tomorrow, because at Taco Mile Fajita Fridays, there is no tomorrow. Only next Friday.
If you want something done right, you've got to do it yourself. That's why Mazzio's 24-item salad bar is the perfect DIY meal solution. Create a salad just the way you like it, and top it off with Mazzio's world-famous house-made ranch dressing, all for just $5.99. But if pizza's your game, then Mazzio's has a deal for you too. For a limited time, get a large one-topping Price Buster pizza for just $7.99. Yes, a large one-topping pizza for $7.99, but only at participating Mazzio's for a limited time.
This is the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network pregame show.
What time is it?
Now live from Chesapeake Energy Arena. Here's the voice of the Thunder, Matt Pinto, now on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
An early season habit of playing them close. In fact, their first 2 games have literally not been decided until the final shot was taken. After suffering a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Utah last night, Oklahoma City looks to bring its feisty competitiveness to the fore tonight against unbeaten 3-0 Orlando, while the Magic are bidding for their first ever 4-0 start. Good evening, welcome to Oklahoma City Thunder Basketball. I'm Matt Pinto above courtside at Chesapeake Arena in downtown Oklahoma City with the play-by-play call of OKC Orlando. It's good to have you along. The Thunder survived a back-and-forth roller coaster ride Saturday in Charlotte to nip the Hornets 109-107 on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's late game-winning jumper. Last night in their home debut in the regular season, they battled the veteran playoff-caliber Jazz to the final shot, falling 1 point short, 110-109. Luguentz Dort was brilliant throughout, pouring in a career regular season high of 26 points, putting OKC up, in fact, 109-108 with a three-pointer with 1:04 to play. only to be trumped by Donovan Mitchell's tough running bank shot with 7 seconds left on the clock that provided the game-winning margin for Utah in a 1-point escape. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's attempted bank shot from 5 feet away with Rudy Gobert providing resistance fell just off short at the buzzer, and 1-1 at the end of the day is the Thunder's record 2 games into the regular season as they prepare themselves to scrap tonight, building on a defense that's averaging 9.5 steals and 6 block shots, an offense that nailed 15 three-pointers last night in battling the Jazz to the wire. In Game 2 of their initial 3-game homestand this season, Thunder square off against an unbeaten 3-0 Orlando Magic team on the 2nd game in as many nights and the 3rd game in 4 nights. Orlando made the playoffs last season largely due to strong defense. Early this season, it's been an explosive offense that served them to vault the Magic to victories over Miami and Washington twice. Third-year guard Markelle Fultz is dramatically improving, averaging 20.7 points per game this season. Center Nikola Vucevic is an all-star. And off the bench, Terrence Ross has been on fire early this season. A 26-point outburst Sunday helped his team back from 17 down after 3 quarters to a 7-point win over the Wizards. Sonic key matchups tonight, served by Sonic, focus on the Thunder's overall energy, playing in a building without fans, without 2 of their key cogs in terms of veteran players Al Horford due to rest, neck spasm sidelining George Hill tonight. Can the Thunder muster the energy that it takes to sustain for 48 minutes against an Orlando offense that's pumping in 121 points a game, playing the 2nd game in as many nights and the 3rd game in 4 nights? That is the question going in. OKC's beaten Orlando 5 consecutive times head-to-head in the first matchup of 2 that will transpire here over the next 5 days. Head coach Mark Daigneault offers his thoughts next on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
Theo Maledon, number 11, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Theo Maledon is a French native. As a senior in high school, he became the youngest player to make the All-Star team for his professional league in France. He shined bright in France during his youth, winning a gold medal with the French national team in the 2016 FIBA Under-16 European Championship before playing in the Jordan Brand Classic Global Showcase in Brooklyn in 2017. Theo Maledon, number 11 for your Oklahoma City Thunder.
Darius Baisley, number 7, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Darius Baisley joined the Oklahoma City Thunder during the 2019 NBA Draft following 2 trades from Utah to Memphis, then to OKC. The former McDonald's All-American played for Princeton High School in Sharonville, Ohio. Baisley gained national attention by choosing to bypass college and train on his own as an intern for New Balance before the 2019 NBA Draft. During the NBA bubble, Baisley went viral when he was recorded catching a fish in Orlando. Darius Baisley, number 7 for your Oklahoma City Thunder.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network. KWPN Mole, WWLS-FM The Village, Oklahoma City, KYAL Sapulpa, KYAL-FM Tulsa, KSIW Woodward, KADS Elk City, KBGN Pawhuska, KVSO Ardmore, WKY Oklahoma City, a Cumulus station. It's time to find out what's on the mind of the Thunder head coach. Here's the voice of the Thunder, Matt Pinto, on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
Thunder play their 2nd game in as many nights in the midst of a 3-game homestand beginning the 2021 campaign at 1-1 off of a tough 1-point loss to Utah last night. We're joined by head coach Mark Daigneault, and incredibly competitive and obviously had an opportunity to win it in the final 7 seconds.
Well, what stood out is we improved game over game. You know, I thought coming out of the Charlotte game, you know, there were some things that we wanted to address specific to pick and roll defense. And on the offensive end of the floor, just with a couple of actions in terms of our pace and just how much force we were playing with. And I thought we carried that over pretty well in the Utah game. And that's just the stage that we're at in the season for sure. But also the stage of our team is like, we just need to use all these games to learn and then to build momentum moving forward. And I thought from the Charlotte game to the Utah game, we did that. And we're hoping to do that again tonight. We have another opportunity to do so.
You said to me pregame that you were really curious to see how your team would respond to a challenge presented by a quality team that has continuity, that has a lot of veterans on it, like the Jazz. Did you come away impressed? Did you feel good about the development that's going on right now?
Yeah, I did. And it was the sustaining of our competitiveness first and foremost. I mean, against a team like that, you know, you have to compete for 48 minutes to lose by 1 against a team like Utah. And we competed for 48 minutes, and we competed through the ups and downs of the game. We competed through tough calls or tough plays or bad luck. We competed through everything. We competed through the successes we had in the game. We had some runs in the game where we were really going pretty good, and we just kept competing. And, for our team, especially in building a foundation in this team and in these players' careers, that's our baseline, is we've got to compete for 48 minutes every night. And I was really, really pleased with how we did that. Obviously, there's areas we can improve, but I thought that was there tonight. And now we have the challenge of doing it on, the third game in 4 nights.
It is the third game in 4 nights, and you've got another of those sequences beginning last night, including Thursday against New Orleans, so a rugged stretch of scheduling that will continue throughout the early stages of January as well. Given that, Coach, I know you're sitting Al Horford tonight for rest. George Hill's not available to you due to neck spasms. How does that alter the terrain in terms of your rotation, and how do you go about competing with Orlando in this game?
We're going to expand the rotation. We're going to get deeper into the bench. We're going to take a look at a couple guys that we haven't seen yet. And that's a great opportunity for them. It's a great opportunity for us. It's a great opportunity for the whole team. We're going to get to see different combinations, see different guys. And we're going to thrust them out there and see what they got. One thing, we believe in organizationally is we're not going to underestimate one of our players. If Al Horford rests, we're not going to just expand everybody else's minutes. We're going to get deeper into the bench and see, if someone else can help us and how they can help us and how they look inside the opportunity, with every expectation that we're going to compete again for 48 minutes. And when you do that over the course of the season, I think that's how you grow your team. And I think that's how you expand your roster.
It is a small sample size, but Orlando a season ago really leaned on solid, strong defense to make the playoffs in the East. This season, 3 games in, they're lighting up offensively, Coach, at 121 points a game. No game has seen them score less than 113. They're unbeaten, having beaten Miami and then Washington twice. What stands out to you as you look at film and assess this opponent?
Well, they're playing with great pace. First of all, especially, their lead guards, really bust up the floor and put a lot of pressure on you. And then they've got shooting around those guys. And so, test your transition defense. And then, as they've always been, even though they are a little faster at the moment, they're really, really sharp offensively. They really, really execute. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They run their stuff really hard. And they really force you to be engaged and physical in the game. This is a physical offensive team. That if you're not physical with them defensively, you're going to be behind the ball all night. And so there's definitely, you feel a different pace. I think that comes from their point guard play. But you see a lot of similarities of what has made them a good team over the last few years.
You mentioned their guard play and the accelerated pace. Terrence Ross off the bench comes to mind. Markelle Fultz clearly has continued to make substantial progress now in his 3rd NBA season. They've got an all-star center in Nikola Vucevic, and without Horford tonight, how do you go about dealing with him?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but it's a 5-man defense against all the great players in the NBA. Like last night, we played Donovan Mitchell. He's obviously a great player as well as the other guys on Utah, but it's a 5-man defense to try to get him to make him earn all the points that he gets, which I thought we did last night. And it's a 5-man defense tonight. Individual matchups are important, but from a defensive standpoint, we want to have a team mentality and, to do a good job on Vucevic and Fultz and Ross and Fournier and all these guys. We've got to have a team mentality in order to do that tonight. That's our challenge.
They have really finished games strong as well. They're averaging more than 14 points a game than their opposition in the 4th quarter. Came from 17 down to beat Washington in that 4th quarter on Sunday by 7 points. Does that put more of an onus on you from a conscious standpoint of finishing strong tonight, regardless what the scoreboard says after 3 quarters?
Yeah, every night, we talk to the team all the time about it being a 48-minute game. And all that's saying is that, every possession matters and you've got to play all the way through. We could talk about the 4th quarter, but if we come out flat or they come out flat in the 1st quarter, that could be a difference in an individual game. And the only way to protect against that is to be a 48-minute team and to have a competitive and engaged mindset for 48 minutes. And those are the types of habits. No team ever does that for 72 straight games, but those are the types of habits we're trying to build. We're trying to get as close to that as we can. And tonight's going to be a test because it's a good team and it's on a back-to-back and it's a test for our guys. And I'm excited to see how we respond to the challenge.
Coach, as a final question, lay out a few keys for us that you'll keep an eye on tonight in the flow of competition against Orlando.
Yeah, getting back, making them a half-court team. Like I said, the physicality is a huge thing against them. They're a hard screening team. They run their stuff with a lot of pace, and you got to be really physical with them to disrupt that. You know, if you just allow them to run their stuff at their pace, then you're going to be behind the ball, and they're really good players as it is. So giving them an advantage is poison. And then offensively, just continuing to take a step forward. You know, I thought last night we played with really good spacing. We had a thrust up the floor. A lot of different guys were able to make plays for us throughout the course of the game, and just continuing to have a team mentality on that end as well, where the ball's moving and we're working together to find the best shot.
Challenge in front of you tonight, no doubt. Orlando playing good basketball coming in. Good luck, Coach. Thanks for the visit.
Thanks, Matt.
Mark Dagnall, the Thunder head coach. Tonight, the Thunder take on a team they'll see again in 5 days in Orlando this coming Saturday to open a 5-game homestand. We'll see how the first one unfolds, but the starting lineup ahead for you. This is Thunder basketball.
Imagine a world